Yo man, welcome back to the channel. Glad to have y'all here. My name is Dame from Know the Game with Dame, and appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. No, I did skip out on the Super Bowl review, and I do apologize for that, but wanted to say, man, hope y'all enjoyed as much of the Super Bowl that y'all could. Hopefully y'all at least enjoyed the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, because everything else is a little bit not great. Speaking on the Kendrick Lamar halftime show, I kind of wanted to talk about a few different things today. Not just his halftime show, but I also want to talk about the new Drake release. I also wanted to go over a couple of, I guess, hot topics, because I don't know, man, I've been kind of thinking a certain way on a few of them. So first things first, man, I want to start off by saying Kendrick Lamar had a Super Bowl halftime show, and it was good. It was actually a pretty good show. I enjoyed it for what it was. Not going to say it was the best halftime show. I would be lying. But I definitely did enjoy the halftime show for what it was. I've been seeing a lot of people giving it 10 out of 10 and all that. I don't think so. I give it like an 8. I think it was good. People were saying that, you know, even me specifically, people have been telling me, oh, well, you don't get the symbolism. I do. I understand. I actually really do appreciate the message. But just because something has a message does not make it automatically good. Kendrick's Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers album was the story about his life. It was a super dope concept, but a lot of people did not like that album. It was probably one of his most least favorite albums he's ever put out. So, like I said, just because something has a message does not mean that it has to be good. It doesn't mean it is good. Like I said, man, I don't want to take nothing away from his performance, because I really did think it was good. I kind of wish he performed some older songs. I love songs like Money Trees, Don't Kill My Vibe, even songs like Rigor Mortis from Section 80 and things like that. Like, I love those older songs. I loved what he did with SZA, like by having All the Stars and Luther and things of that nature. But like I said, I'm somebody who, I kind of like his older work. His newer work is great. I think GNX is great. I like Mr. Morale. I like a lot. Kendrick's a great artist. He makes great music. I just wish he had a little bit more. But it is a 30-minute halftime show, so it's not like he would just jam-pack his performance with a whole bunch of old songs. So I get it. But the main reason why I guess this is the hot topic is because of what he did during the halftime show with the, you know, the Say Drake and the big smile and all of that. This is what I'm gonna say. That was a great moment. I think Kendrick is really good at having great moments, actually. But I don't know, man. You know, I mean, look, this is what I'll say. In the grand scheme of things, that was the true checkmate. Even though the beef has been over, that solidified it as probably the biggest W in rap history. And salute to Kendrick for that, man. And I really think whatever he does next is going to be great. I think out of any artist, Kendrick's definitely one of the artists that deserve that moment. And so definitely glad that he was able to get that. Not Like Us, great song, great performance, all of that. I just wanted to get that out of the way because I know it's been a few weeks. Shifting gears a little bit, I did want to also talk about Drake's new album, Some Sexy Songs for You. Y'all probably already heard it because it's been, what, like a week now since it came out. And I just wanted to know how you guys were really feeling about the album. Me personally, I'm a Drake fan. That was a good album to me. That's what I wanted. I thought he actually had a lot of really in-depth songs, a lot of deep songs on there. Obviously not the Meet Your Padres and things of that nature, or the Glorious, but you know, he had songs on there with Small Town Fame. He had the Mothball, Seeing Towers. He had a lot of good songs, and I feel like even deeper cuts, like the last song on the album with Greedy. I think when you listen to the lyrics, and that is a lot of in-depth things that he talks about. He has a lot of, I just really think it was a good album. Give Me a Hug, obviously, the hit. It had a lot of really, really good lyricism in it. A lot of crazy good things that he was saying in that song, and relatable things that he was saying. Not just to his situation, but you can apply it to your situations as well in life, period. And I feel like No Kid, that's my song. That's my favorite song on the album. I hope y'all enjoyed that song. That song is fire. But I think Drake put a lot of hard work into this album, honestly. When it comes to a Drake project, most people are just going to be like, whatever, it's trash, it's Drake, whatever. But I do think this is one that, you know, if you do enjoy Drake for his R&B side and his more darker tonal shift from what he usually do, I think you'll actually genuinely enjoy this project for what it is. I gave it an 8. I done bumped it up to an 8.5. I'm a Drake fan, so what do you expect? But like I said, man, I think y'all should go tune into that. Definitely a good album. And yeah, like I said, man, I just wanted to speak about that because I know it's been very controversial. It's been one side that's like, this is great, this is fire, some of the best Drake I've heard in years. Then you got another side who likes to post memes about meet your padre and all that, which I get. It's like, of course those songs are not good, but you know, I mean, people like to nitpick. If you haven't listened to it, I suggest go listen to it fully. This is probably going to be the last thing to end off this video, but these are just some things that I've been thinking about recently. You know that everything is based off of numbers, and so right now Kendrick and Drake literally are battling for the #2 spot on Billboard to have their album go #2, because Drake just went #1 with Some Sexy Songs for You. GNX went #1 its first week, and I'm pretty sure its second week as well. And so Drake's kind of fighting for that #2 spot against GNX. And a lot of people are like, oh man, Drake's battling Kendrick right now, and it's crazy because Kendrick dropped 14 weeks ago, 12 weeks ago. Look, the Super Bowl does a lot for artists, and right now there are a lot of new people coming in listening to Kendrick. They're like, oh my goodness, like he actually has some really good songs and that are coming just from the Super Bowl alone and are listening to him. And so even though what he's doing is still insane, it's not the craziest thing in the world. The same thing happened last year with Usher. When he did the Super Bowl, his numbers took an insane rise. So like I was saying, I just wanted to get that out the way, and then I really wanted to deep dive into my main point here. I feel like we need to stop making every single little thing about the numbers. It's funny because I actually just made a bet about the numbers, and for the people I made the bet with, you already know who you are. But it's so funny how we like to make everything about, oh well, this is gonna do 400, this is gonna do 500K, this is gonna do 130K. And we use that to pretty much judge the music. And it's funny because there are artists who I listen to all the time who they don't even chart. There are people who I've listened to my entire life and I didn't even know that charting was a thing. Once I found out that it was a thing, I didn't say, oh well, since my favorite didn't go #1 or go top 5 or top 10 on Billboard, I'm not gonna listen. I'm still gonna listen. Those are the artists that I like. And so I feel like when you're listening to music, you should just go into it with the mindset that it's music and it isn't a number. Because when you look at it as a number, you might start listening to artists that you don't even like, but you're just listening to them because they have a certain number that you think an artist should have. Like Taylor Swift, like Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, they're great artists, but my point is, you may not even like that genre of music and you're only listening because of the fact that they are #1. Same thing with Drake. If you are not listening to the album because of how good the album is, there's no point in listening, because if he doesn't go #1, or in this case, if he goes #2 on the second week, you're going to look at that as a loss when there is no loss or win for you if you're not in it for the music. If you're in it for the music doesn't sound good, that is a loss for you. But if the music sounds good and it goes #10 on the charts, that's still a win regardless. It doesn't matter if it goes 110, 100, or 700. You like it. So because you like it, you won in that situation. And that's just how I want people to start looking at music. That's how I think people should look at it. I'm not going to say want to, because at the end of the day, I can't control people. But I just think that's how people should look at music and look at everything in life. NBA players, LeBron and MJ and Kobe and all. Listen, you don't have to say, oh, well, LeBron has the best stats, so he has to be #1. Oh, MJ has the most rings, so he has to be #1. Bill Russell has 11, so he has to be. No, just base it off what you think. If you go by a rings dynamic, that's fine. If you go by numbers, that's fine. It's your preference. You don't have to base everything strictly off numbers. You can just base it off of what you like to see. So yeah, but I didn't mean to rant like that, but I just had to get off my point. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Got more videos to come, obviously. And I also want to kind of speak on what's going on with this Luka and Lakers situation and give y'all my real thoughts very soon. So hopefully y'all stay tuned for that. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. God bless and go be great.